How's the dog? Don't get me started on this damn dog. Oh my god, I don't think I have hated something more in my life. I wish I was joking. Like, unfortunately, I'm not. I want to introduce you to our dog. And you might be like, hey, you've never shown the fact that you've had a dog before. That's because we are looking after a family friend's dog. Isn't that so much fun? No. No, it is not. This dog is the worst behaved dog on the planet. I don't care what you guys say. I don't care if you guys see this and are like, oh, you could have done this. Nah. I have not lived a day in this house with this dog where it has not bitten me, and it's been 30 days. And this dog is leaving tomorrow. Just like reveal behind the curtains. I was gonna be like, oh my god, this is the dog that we're hanging out with. It's so cute. I cannot do that because it is not. And I really dislike it. And I'm so sorry. I don't dislike dogs. I love dogs. But there is something about this dog. Like, I don't want to be bitten every time I move. And I know he's 8 months old, but that is no excuse. Our other dog, that was 8 months old, was able to, know the word no. But like, not my dog. So like, what can I do? Second fun thing, I went out last night in my like hometown. And by in my hometown, I mean where I currently live. I never do that because I'm going to know someone. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna see someone I know, and I was like, I can't do that. Especially like when I was younger, I was like, I cannot physically do that. But last night we went out and it was heaps of fun. And like, until it wasn't, but I feel like that's how it always ends. No, I'm joking. It was heaps of fun. Yeah, it was a fun night, and I love just doing things that are like outside of my comfort zone. And like, we went to like a party beforehand, a start of spring party, September party, / like divorce party, / shaving of head party, / just like the excuse for a party, you know? And yeah, it was just fun. I would love to do this more. I feel like you're only young once, and you can only deal with headaches the next day once, you know? And like, I already deal with headaches the next day from netball, so like, this is freaking easy, you know? But yes, I definitely have anxiety right now, which is quite fun. But we move, we groove. I'm going to head on over and eat something. Let's go meet the doggy. Okay, this is Darcy. Okay, hello Darcy. Okay, Darcy is a black poodle, clearly. Poodles, I didn't realize were this big. Sit. See, he can be a good boy. Oh, and then he went to bite my hand. Ah, and we lost him. Ah, no, stop. My favorite part about Darcy is his bouffon. I call him Mr. Bouffon because it is just so hilarious that he has so much hair on the top of his head. Okay, come on, sit. Ah, no, I want you to sit. Sit. He does like to bite this especially, but just anything I wear he likes to bite. Ah, no. Stop, Darcy. Sit. Darcy. This has been the past month. It's been quite fun. And I know people will probably, dude, stop. No. Anyway, you get the point. Stop. Fine, I'm gonna go. Dude. Stop. So it's been quite fun. I've really enjoyed our time together. I'm really gonna be so sad when he leaves tomorrow. What did it do now? What hasn't it done is really the question we should be asking. I'm overwhelmed. I don't need another thing on my plate, and this is another thing on my plate. I have asked multiple times for this dog to no longer be with us because like, it's not ours, and yet it's still with us. And I know that my mum's being a nice person and looking after this person's dog, but like, what are we doing? You know, like, I'm so sorry. What are we doing? You know, like, this dog is not nice. I do not like this dog. I do not like this green eggs and ham. So yeah, not great. I feel like it's just like an extra mental hurdle I have to get through every day. It's not just getting up. It's getting up and knowing I have to deal with that dog. You know, coming back over here and then going back over there and having to deal with that dog. And then coming home knowing I have to deal with that dog. I don't want to hang out in the main house as much because like, I don't want to hang out with that damn dog. You know, like, it's just, I can't handle it. Okay? I'm struggling. I actually feel like I'm really overwhelmed. And because the dog is there, I'm able to blame it on the dog. Don't get me wrong, I do think it is to do with the dog as well. But I just think it's like an extra thing I don't need at the moment, you know? Like, I have a lot on my plate, and if we could just like take one thing off, I think that would be the thing that would just make my life a lot easier. Because like, home isn't like a sanctuary anymore, you know? Whereas before it was. So at least when everything else was really stressful, I could know that I could come home and like relax. Whereas now I come home and I'm like stressed because I'm like, what has this dog done now, you know? Is this dog gonna bark constantly all day and all night? You know, like, are we annoying everyone in our neighborhood? I think it's just like an extra level of stress that I don't need, I don't want, you know? It's kind of like one of those things where it's like, I feel like I could pick to not have this as a stress in my life. A lot of stresses you don't get to pick, they just kind of appear in your life, whereas this is one that like, for some reason, we chose to have in our life, and I'm like, get it away. Let's unchoose. Let's go back, you know? Let's go to a point where we can say no, you know? Yeah, just a bit over it. So you met the dog. We've looked after him for a month. And he's leaving tomorrow. I've never been more excited for an animal to leave. I don't think today has been very good either because like, I very much have a headache
from drinking last night. Yes, you could say that's my own fault, but like this dog barks constantly. The only reason he's not barking now is because he's literally on a walk. So he's probably barking, we just can't hear him, which is quite nice. But I feel like it's just like making everything just a little bit harder than it needs to be. So like I'll wake up, go across, and then like be bitten, you know, get ready for work, then like head back over there to like grab all my lunch and stuff. Same thing all over again. And like multiple pieces of clothing has been lost to this dog, which would like I would be okay with if like he was cute. I think because he's just such a big dog, like if you could pick him up and move him, that would do a lot, you know? Just been journaling about life recently. I wish I could put you on something. You might remember a couple of episodes back, it's getting warmer now, there are cockroaches. I found my first cockroach of the season, which is kind of like both good and both bad. Life would be a lot easier if this dog wasn't around, or if this dog was like even just like a little bit easier to like handle. Let's do a bit of a recap on our fun life. Some fun life updates. I don't know, I've definitely been dissociating for a while without like going into too much of it. My dad had like a health scare, and prior to that I was really stressed, but my body does this thing that it will only actually like dissociate after the fact. Now he's all good, but I'm now hella stressed because it's like I didn't feel safe to feel stressed then. I mean, I was, but like I wasn't feeling safe enough to dissociate. But now that he's fine, I'm able to dissociate, which is so fun. It does mean I'm not really remembering the days that I live, and that's never fun. But I also like weirdly think there's something about Septembers for me. The past, I'm gonna say 3 Septembers, I've basically dissociated throughout all of them. Maybe I should like look into that, you know, because like my best month of the year every single year is December. Like this year might change, but December's usually like a top tier month for me. September's, there's something about them that my brain just like decides to shut down. Like it's almost the end of the year, I've been stressed, but I've made it through a lot of it, and my brain just goes, let's forget this month every single year. Or maybe just like shit happens to me in September, and then like October, November, I'm like working out of it, getting better, feeling healthier, and then by the time we get to December, it's like that bird said, we're feeling good, we're feeling better. I think it just reminds me that like mental health is like a constant. Like I think the biggest like slap to the face my therapist ever, like, okay, not a physical slap to the face, that like I'm gonna have to deal with this for the rest of my life. I was like I was so mad at him that I like walked out of there and I was like, I'm never coming back. I obviously did, but like I was so mad at him. I was like, what do you mean I'm stuck with this for life? What do you mean that this up here is what I'm stuck with? Like, are you crazy? And I needed to hear it. Literally my favorite quote in the world is the one from like Teen Wolf. And like the first time I ever heard that, I was like, that's gonna change my life. And you know what? Like 10 years later, and it literally has changed. Like, impacts my life daily. Regression to the mean. No matter how bad things get or how good, it will always go back to the middle. Yeah, the vet in Teen Wolf did say that, and I actually don't care, because that is like insanely profound. Because like, yeah, like right now I'm feeling terrible, but like I know it has to go back to the middle, you know? Even on days where I'm having an amazing day, I know that's not realistic for me to have an amazing day every day. I know it's like a roller coaster, you know? I'm currently like here, or maybe I'm hoping I'm on the upswing, but like it's got to get back to the middle, you know? Essentially what I'm saying is I'm having a hard enough time, and this dog is not making that any easier. And for some reason, he hasn't been biting anyone else in my family. I get bitten like probably minimum 5 times a day. Today, he like bit my back. That was not fun. He has finally started biting my dad and my mom, and I'm like, welcome. They're like, he bit me today. I'm like, yeah, he bites me every single day. I'm glad you got to see a snippet of the dog though. Honestly, I hope this dog has a good life. I just hope this dog has a good life, not with us. I'm very content with when this dog goes tomorrow to never see him again. Anyway, legitimately, I'm now going to go nap. It's 4:30 and dinner's at 6, so I'm gonna nap for an hour and a half because I'm exhausted. Sorry about the couple of noises going on at the moment. It is so cold. Like, I am so cold right now. You would think the dog would be gone. It is not. I don't know why. They said they were gonna pick their dog up today. They are still overseas, so we actually have no idea when they're picking up their dog. And now I just like feel bad for the dog as well, because like we were like, oh yeah, you're gonna see your family soon. And also that seems so irresponsible. Like if you're a pet owner, surely like properly communicate what day you're picking up your dog, you know? So hopefully it's gone tomorrow. I don't know. My patience is like really wearing thin, but literally it's not this dog's fault, you know? Just thought I'd update you on that fun fact, because like, why is it still here? They were meant to pick up their dog on Monday, and then on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday, and then you'll never guess when they picked it up. Yeah, it got to Wednesday, and after, mind you, 5.5 weeks of us looking after this dog, yeah, they didn't finally pick it up. No, that would be too easy. We called up their daughter and we were like, you must look after this dog now. We're not looking after it, especially when there's no end date in sight. You know, we've been looking after this dog for 5.5 weeks. So we drop it off at this family and I wish them luck. No, like, I'm not friends with these people. Like, my mum's friends with these people. And I don't know why we have this dog. It's not a nice dog. I'm so sorry. I love dogs as well, and that's the thing that's so upsetting. I would love to have had a dog that was adorable, or even just tolerable, for 5.5 weeks. Like, I love dogs. I love pet sitting. Like, the other week, I literally pet sat for someone. You know, like, I love dogs. And this dog, it needs some help. It was an unnecessary stress. And I think that just made me dislike the dog more. Inherently, it was not a nice dog. But I don't think it deserved the amount of hate that I have for this dog, you know? I think it just deserved for me to dislike it. I don't think it deserved for me to hate it, you know? It destroying my clothing and it not listening, probably valid for me to dislike it. Me hating it, probably not. But it was just one more thing I didn't need, you know? Yes, but it's gone! It is gone, and I'm way too happy about that, I think. Yeah, I just really struggled. I really struggled with all these things that are stressing me out, and then adding one more thing that felt like something that didn't need to be added. And I think I was just really annoyed at, like, everyone, because it's like, why did my mum say yes to this? Why did my dad say yes to this? Why did, when we knew we were in a stressful situation, then continue to commit to it? We could have been like, hey, I'm so sorry, we've got this stressful thing happening, you know? I asked my mum, I was like, hey, like, if we explain the situation to them, do you think they'd find someone else to look after it? And then my mum was like, yeah. And I'm like, then why aren't we doing that? I think I just was really stressed and really annoyed at just, like, everyone for the scenario, for the situation. And I think the dog was the easiest target. And that's okay. Well, it's not. I was nice to the dog. I just hated the dog in my heart. I didn't hate the dog in person. I was nice to the dog in person. I'm not nice to the dog now. The dog's not there anymore. And I feel like there's air back in the world. You know, the sun is shining again, as you can see. I don't know. I think I'm excited now to see, like, what the future holds now that life is less stressful, now that we don't have a dog, now that, like, a couple of the things that were really stressing me out are not stressful anymore. I am looking forward to life again. Everybody get excited. It is quite nice not having a dog here anymore, though, I'm not gonna lie. I actually think this dog might have convinced me never to get a dog, which is crazy because I love dogs. I think I need to, like, hang out with more dogs again because this dog has left a really bad lasting impression. I don't know, I guess we'll see.